I'm muted. Hello everyone and welcome to the McLaren car launch. We're not getting one, not two, not three, but four car launches today. Yeah, I'm muted, guys. It's not a good start, is it? But I've actually whipped out the merch for today's stream because we are here for the car launches that McLaren are going to be bringing. It is not long now, just 25 more minutes until their stream gets live. So we have got a lot to cover. We're also going to be taking a look at all of the track action from Silverstone today with the Aston Martin car, because there's been quite a lot of footage released about that, as I sort of mentioned yesterday as well. Yeah, hello everyone, hello. So yes, I'll restart while I was going with that. Hello Eamon, hello James, hello Brazen, hello Yarginika, Jake as well, Smoking Puppy, hello Ewan, and Nosaj as well, Sohan, live in 13 minutes, yeah, it could well be, it says 23. We've got 23, so yeah, as you can see here, right down below, we have got the live stream for the McLaren car launch, so we'll be bringing everything coming from there. So yeah, not too long at all to wait. Now, I'm pretty excited for this one because I do think we're going to get a new colour scheme on that McLaren. So yeah, pretty excited for this one. But first of all, let's hop into what's been going on at Silverstone today. I was quite tempted to go down, and in the end, I do think it would have been worth it because there's quite a lot going on. So first of all, we got a bit of track running from both Stroll and Seb today. So here we go in this Aston Martin car. Absolutely brilliant. Cat says hi. Hello to the cat. Hello mate. Hello Sohan. No more papaya. I think we're still gonna have papaya. There'll still definitely be orange on there, but I think we're gonna have hints of grey. Sorry. And I think we might also have hopefully a little bit of the Golf light blue as well. So fingers crossed we get a little bit of that. What's my favourite car revealed so far? I have to say the Aston Martin. It was absolutely brilliant, that car. And we're also going to have a quick go back here. So we've got the ratings so far. I haven't got the Red Bull ratings because I haven't gone through the stream to find out what those numbers were. But a 3.45 out of 4 is going to be very hard to beat for any of the teams out there today. So Aston Martin absolutely setting the bar so far. Will this be a real car or a show car? I do not have the answer to that. It genuinely could be either. Yeah, no idea. I don't think they've announced either or. It depends really when they're going to be doing their filming day. Because if they're not going to do the filming day for quite a bit until they get to maybe Barcelona, then I'd assume we're going to get some form of render. Actually, it's probably going to be a real car because they're releasing the 4 cars at once. So I imagine they're probably going to have them all set out on a stage or something, and it'll be cool. How have I forgotten about the same thing twice in a day? Easy done, easy done. So McLaren are going to change livery a little, aren't they? Yeah, I'm fully expecting them to change livery a fair bit today. I think we're going to get a pretty fresh look on the McLaren. But yeah, like I say, look, we're going to take a quick look at what's been going on at Aston Martin at Silverstone today. So here's the Red Bull car, obviously, that we've already had released. So yeah, nothing new here. This is all stuff we'll go back and compare later on. So here we go. This is the first bit of footage that we got. A F1 2022 car coming out onto the track. It looks so good. And one thing that I didn't really notice was going to be such a big thing is how much higher the front wing ride height is compared to before, and that is mostly because we've now got a much lower rake setup on all of them. All of the cars will have much lower rake, which, I mean, before when you had a higher rake was making the front wing look a little bit closer, just sort of giving that look to it, but none of that anymore. None of that at all. So here we go, one of the cars coming out on the track, and it looks so good as well. So yeah, Aston Martin just releasing this a little bit earlier today. That front wing is so much higher. It's so much higher, and that's what we can expect this year. This isn't like them running. They are running a bit of a mule car, sort of, but it is a functioning car. It's probably the chassis they will take to Barcelona. They're just going to strap a lot of new parts on it. I hope McLaren changed the suit's colour. Yeah, I think they might a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. I'm ready to see what kind of aero the Mercedes will have. That'll be really interesting. But the Mercedes car launch will not show any of that. You're going to have to wait until Barcelona, probably Bahrain for that, actually. Today is second Mercedes launch. Yeah, Mercedes number 2. Why was Aston driving with wet tyres and dry conditions? Because on the filming days like this was, you can only run the engine at, it's around like half power, something along those lines. and also you have to run on wet tyres, so that's what wet is. I think you can do either or, but it's basically so you're not getting any useful data from your filming session. So here's another one that we got, the car actually going around the track. Here we go. So the little high-pitch ring you can hear, that is the drone going around. Don't worry, it's not the turbo going a little bit funny. There you go. Around Silverstone, down the hanger straight now. Absolutely brilliant, love it. Absolutely love it. Yes, so they're saying the height is, Nominal has got it spot on. The height is to allow the air to run right into the tunnels. Yes, basically. It's so because the floor is so vital on the aero side this year, that's the whole point. We've got ground effect. That's the whole point of these regulation changes. Because the front wings are a little bit higher, it's not disrupting the air that's coming through and actually generating most of the downforce through the floor now. So that's why it's so much higher. And it leaves less of a, terrible wake coming off it as well. What time is the launch? So just here, we can see in 18 minutes, McLaren are going to be starting their live stream. So yeah, there you go. Not too long now. Looks sick. Yeah, it looks so good. I'm really excited to see these cars. 20 of them hitting the track. It's gonna be absolutely mega. They just look so good. I'm so happy that Aston Martin. It looks great. Whoever designed that absolutely deserves a pay rise. It's amazing. There you go. And then there's a couple of pictures that came from it as well. So yeah, this is just really showing how much higher that front wing is, and just how different the car looks. It's really cool. I'm such a big fan of this. When will Mercedes launch? They're launching on the 18th. So a week today they're launching. I'm wearing the jacket. I'm wearing the jacket. I've got the jacket, guys. We have the McLaren Golf jacket. Here we go. There you go. See? Amazing. Oh, that's too high. There we go. Got to get the jacket. Golf. Come on. It's already been leaked. We're not going to show it. We're not going to show the leaks. We haven't showed any of the leaks so far. We're going to continue not showing the leaks. Here you go as well, just seeing it actually running on the track. Just look how much higher the front wings. It almost looks a little bit wrong, but I still like it anyway. It'll just take a little bit of getting used to, but I think you should do it pretty quickly. What we've got going on, liveries. He is face palming. That is a face palming emoji. Yeah, if it's already been leaked, that's impressive. Yeah, don't trust leaks. Yeah, no, I won't show any of the... Did Arrow show one of the leaks? Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Right, I'm not even going to check it. I'm not even going to check it on... Oh, is it clap? Yeah, that is a clap. I just can't see. I've got a dual monitor set up, but it's not the one I normally use. The body looks mad low. It does it? And that's the thing. They're running so low to the ground this year. It's brilliant. I love this, though. I really do love this. What time is the launch? So, yeah, as we go back here, you can see the launch is in 16 minutes. So, whatever time you've got now, it's going to be 7 o'clock UK time, wherever you want to go with that, wherever you're watching from around the world. That's washing hands. It does look like washing hands, actually, doesn't it? It's quite hard to tell. Jalmar, we need to know what emojis you're using. But yeah, good to see. The McLaren chat's slightly busier than the Aston Martin chat. I'll give it that. That's what it is. Wash your hands. But yeah, here we go. Right, so we're going to head back to looking at what's all been released today. So we've watched that one. We've seen that. So this is just how much higher the front wing is running. And that is to allow all of the air into all of these complex tunnels they've got going underneath the car. And now I don't want to see a car upside down at any point in the season. But if someone could just make it go a little upside down in a very safe way, that would be really useful, so we can actually tell what's going on beneath these cars. Is that a mullet? I said no. I need to like do a proper mullet, but no. It's washing hands, but I use it's clapping. Oh, okay. That's why I thought it was clapping, so it works. Also, one photo on Twitter. Really hope it's not that. I'm not even gonna check. Twitter. How teams decides on which engine manufacturer to use, like Ferrari, Honda, Merc. So basically, a lot of the teams have like working relationships anyway. So whether that be contractual or just, you know, buddies, it's interesting. I don't want to see any cars upside down, but I do want to see. Yeah, exactly. You summed that up perfectly. Just a little bit, nothing crazy, you know, just a little bit upside down. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Upside down on the barrier at Monaco tunnel entrance, yeah. So it's based on how they have relationships on their road cars. Yeah, for a large portion anyway. But also there are rules in Formula 1 that ensure that each team are going to end up with an engine supplier. So let's say Honda, if they're only running one car, and McLaren need a new engine, then they'd have to, by default, Honda would have to pick them up because the other engine manufacturers are running, let's say, 2 each. So the engine manufacturer that's running the least amount of cars with their engine, if no one else, if none of the other engine providers or manufacturers say, oh yeah, we'll have you, then the one with the least amount of cars has to say yes. Like they're forced to say yes, we'll do it. And they have to give like customer price and stuff like that. Thoughts about the Kiwi? Cool Mazepin, he'll do it, yeah. Lol, a safe way to be done. Hi from India, what do you think if McLaren introduced the pull rod designs into reality? So, McLaren, yeah, this is really interesting. So, the McLaren, I'm so glad that someone else brought up the suspension, because I'd seem like such a nerd if I just brought this up randomly. Which I am, but we're going to gloss over that part. Right, so pull and push rod. I did a video sort of saying about the pull and push rod a little bit earlier on. Look at what we've got so far. So Aston Martin, here we go. I can sum this up perfectly. Where's the photo? So Haas are going with push rod there. If it's going from the bottom of the tyre up towards the top on the chassis, then it's push rod. And if it's going, or is that the right way around? Push rod. I know Haas is pull. Haas is pull, push. It's one. Oh bollocks! I've really messed this up, haven't I? I think Aston Martin road car uses Merc engines. Yes, so that's why Aston Martin have a working relationship, and also you had Force India and Racing Point. There you go. Force India a long time ago. Aston Martin via Colo Gerald. I can't read that. Nice golf. Yeah, I know. I've ripped out the golf jacket for today's stream. But yeah, so pull rod is if it's at the bottom of the chassis. So yeah, this is push rod. So Haas are using push rod, but McLaren are supposed to be using pull rod, which will be interesting. That is very much push rod as well, so we'll get to see that as it goes on. Push rod, you're right, yeah. I started second guessing myself. I learned it and then second guessed myself. Not like I need it for my, uni quiz or anything. Totally not. Push rod, right, yeah. You're right, pull rod, meet at bottom, yeah. See, I need more time to get used to these streams. I've been doing it a few months. I start second guessing myself. Also, other big news that we're going on while we're waiting for this McLaren live stream to start. We also got all of the timing for this season. So let me go full screen quickly. Well, that's worked fantastically, hasn't it? Here we go. So if you take a quick look here, I mean, I don't know if you're interested in any of these sessions. I mean, I assume some of you guys will be going to some Grand Prix this year as well. So that's where you want to look. It's on the FIA Twitter. We have the latest starting UK time F1 race in decades this year. The Miami Grand Prix is at 8:30 UK time, which is just... That's pretty late. What difference does it make? Right, okay, yeah, the difference. That's what I was going to get onto next. So the difference between the pull and the push rod. Not a lot, to be honest. The pull rod, because it needs slightly more support, can have an argument that it's a little bit heavier and it's bringing more weight forwards, which gets the front wing obviously a little bit lower to the ground. So there's a little bit of a debate there, but ultimately I think Scarbs Tech did a video on this talking about it a little bit and some analysis. It's not a massive difference. There was some concerns if you do pull rod, then you might end up with a little bit more understeer. But as a whole, that's not likely to be a massive issue on this generation of cars. So, look, ultimately, there's going to be a lot of talk between pull and push rod, but it's not a massive difference. It's just going to be interesting to see whether one's marginally better. But from what I've seen so far and what all of the professionals have been saying, there shouldn't be a massive difference, which would be fun. Did the reveal end? No, we haven't had the reveal yet. So the reveal's starting in just 10 minutes time now. So the reveal show for the McLaren will be starting then. So yeah, it'll be really fun. In America, we have to wake up at 4 or 6 a.m. to see races, sometimes even 3. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel so sorry for anyone who's not in Europe watching F1 or Africa. Because that is rough. Some of those times are really rough. The race is at 4 p.m. for me usually, so after school. That's convenient. That's good. See Drive 61 if you want to see the workings. Yeah, Drive 61, he did a video on it as well. That was... Actually, I think that was about the McLaren one, wasn't it? I didn't actually watch the video, but... Yeah, I know Scubs was on it because he did a little bit of a feature. So yeah, that's a good one, actually. I assume most of you subscribed to them already, but yeah, really useful. Which driver do you think will have a better year than last year, Seb or Daniel? I feel like the McLaren should be stronger than the Aston Martin this year, but it could. I mean, in my totally unbiased opinion, I think that the McLaren should be stronger than the Aston Martin this year. But yeah, that'll be an interesting one. See, this is the most biased I'm going to get this stream. We're doing the car launch. I'm allowed to be biased. It's my favourite team. We'll go for it. But yeah, there you go. Where we wake up at 3 a.m. No, that's so rough. See, I think Australia at 5 o'clock in the morning, because I'm not used to it for F1, is so bad. Or like Japan, I think it's 4. But yeah, that's fun. 1 million views complete the channel. Oh yeah. We also hit 1 million views on the channel as well. So, yay! Thank you guys. Yeah, that was just crazy. Absolutely crazy to hit that many views. F1 doesn't get that much interest from the US because of the timing. Yeah, there's a big thing there. Absolutely. And I think that's something they're trying to fix, especially with the especially with like Miami and that just being a little bit later. I think should do it. But I know I feel sorry for non-European F1 fans because they really do. It's a lot more work, and it sort of limits the sports in those countries as well. 1 million views, yep. Why is Aston Martin 22 front wing raised higher than what we're used to? Yes, obviously, yeah, you've just joined. Well, as I was sort of explaining before, the ride height on the front, with the front wings, are going to be a lot higher. It's something similar that we saw on the Haas as well. Look, it's a lot higher than what we'd normally see. So let's get one. There we go. So it's to allow, because we've got ground effect this year, which is where most of the downforce on the cars are coming from. That's how the regulations have been built. Hence why the teams are limited to only 6 elements on the front wing. Because of that you want your front wing to be a little bit higher so that you can, have more undisrupted air coming through the floor of the car, which then allows for more downforce because now the benefit is more on the floor rather than the wings. So it's a bit annoying in the sense that the things that are more important we can't actually see, whereas with the wings, they're clearly very, very clear. And you can see the small differences and compare them really easily. But instead, we're going to have to struggle a little bit more this year with the floor. But it's a bit of a trade-off, and it should make for better racing as well. Because all that disrupted air, just a little bit lower. And when it rises, obviously, because that's how... I'm not going to start explaining how drag works and dirty air, but it works. It works better. I'll go that far. For better airflow under the cars, yeah. If you want to sum it up in a sentence, it's for better airflow under the cars, yeah. I'm in Oregon. It's 4 a.m. pre-race on London time. Oh, that's not fun. I really do feel sorry for you. I couldn't do that early. 23 weekends in a year. That would do me. No chance. What have we got? Does come on at a good time in the East US coast. Another sports on at 7 a.m. That's a fair point. I'm not awake. I'm a student. I'm not awake at 7 a.m. Come on, guys. But yeah, we're not too far away from this launch now, so I'm gonna head back to showing that because we're only a few minutes off. Here we go. They're actually live now, so I can't wait to get jump scared. That's gonna be fun. Hopefully, they do a countdown. I got jump scared by Rachel Brooks yesterday. For those of you who don't know, when does it start? Whenever it goes. So yeah, we've got McLaren Shadow, the Extreme E McLaren, so MX, McLaren Extreme E team. And we've also got the IndyCar Arrows team, McLaren Arrows team, and you've also got the McLaren F1 car. So hopefully that means we're going to get physical copies of the cars in a studio. And if it's been leaked, I assume that's what it is. So I've seen some people saying it's been leaked. Hello Deljai, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? 3 hour countdown, no, not a chance. Not a chance. It's become a bit of a running meme on this channel with the countdowns because I had to cover about half hour of just completely dead air on the Red Bull stream. Personally, I'd watch the race in my bed at 4 a.m. and just wake up when Crofty shout. That's a good plan. That's what I do with football. Just leave that on the side, scroll on Twitter, you hear the commentator shout and go, oh, look at that. That's interesting. Lando is live on Twitch. I'm convinced these leaks are on purpose. Probably, to be honest. You know, it's a Tom Holland-esque leaks, putting them out there so people actually watch the launch. Because they happen so regularly. You'd think if they wanted to stop it happening, they'd restrict it a lot more. So I think, to an extent, they're happy with the leaks. But we're not going to show them. We're not showing the leaks. As much as I really want to see it, I'm not showing the leaks. It's currently 12:25 a.m. here. Oof. Is that mid... So that's night, isn't it? Because you're Indian, aren't you, I think? So yeah. Well, that's dedication. I respect that. Would the ground effect cars carry more speed on the on the banking corners like in Zandvoort? I think so. I think that's what we have seen a bit before. Seen mentioned. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't got that far in uni. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. But I have seen that mentioned, so yeah, potentially. Even though I don't think the teams fully know themselves yet. I think it's going to take actually going there in practice, having it all work to find out. India, 12:26 a.m. Oof. Not fun. Not fun. Right, what have we got going on? So yeah, here's an... Oh, did I show this one? I don't think I showed this one. Here we go. So this is, I think, coming into Stowe at the end of the Hanger Straight at Silverstone. Here you go, through the corner. And just look at how non-existent the rake is on the cars this year. There is just no rake at all. You know, you saw on the Red Bull how aggressive the rake was at times this year. Gone completely. It's an interesting one. So Lando streaming on Twitch. Yeah. AMR22, love it. Yeah, it looks so good, doesn't it? They have mediums on. They did have mediums on, didn't they? They did. Interesting, because maybe you can use whichever tyres you want, because they're on the wets here. So maybe they did the wet running with Stroll and the dries with Seb, because I think that... I mean, yeah, it has a number on the side, but it could still be Seb driving it. Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. So obviously I've done a bit of a mixed running. Here we go. Coverage will commence shortly. So let's head over with McLaren as well. Here we go. It's not long now. What's that sound? I do not know what that's... That's my Xbox controller. He's doing all right down there. He's doing all right. The drone. Yes. So the high-pitched noise, that was the drone. So I mentioned that a little bit earlier on, but I appreciate more people have joined since then. He's just chatting, answering some questions. Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Nice Martin. Who's he responding to? The drone sounds like Formula E car has been mixed with a 2022 car. Yeah, I mean, that's Formula 1 of the future, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Lando's still live. Something just died. Yeah, that was my good friend here. This is how I commentate esports stuff. There you go. Okay, fact saying just died. Yeah, the controllers. It's fine. The controller's fine, guys. It's okay. Hashtag free Bradley's controller. But yeah, here we go. So we're just waiting for McLaren to go live now, basically. So any questions that you've got maybe on the cars this year? Any new engines coming? So all of the teams are going to be running upgraded engines for this year. So yeah, I mean, in that sense, the engines will probably sound different. Renault are saying that they've recovered, or Alpine, Renault engine, they're saying that they've recovered the deficit that they had to Mercedes, but obviously Mercedes are going to improve. Ferrari seemed right up there at the end of the year, and apparently they've improved even more. So Ferrari, that's why for me, Ferrari are definitely going to be top two, I think. Maybe not a lot of people agree with that yet, but I do think it could happen easily. Lando gets 1 minute warning. Justice for controller. Yeah, exactly. Feel like the car will be the same, but I hope not. No, I'm expecting something a little bit different. I do think. Okay, 30 seconds apparently. Here we go. Here we go. Will I be sharing livery scores, Haas, Red Bull, Aston? Yes. I can do that really quickly for you just because it hasn't started yet. So here we go. This is what we've got so far. I haven't got the Red Bull one properly set up yet, but I will do that. I'm going to have to rewatch the old stream to see when I said out the numbers because I didn't take a screenshot like I did the others. So Aston Martin absolutely bossing it at the moment. McLaren are going to need to pull something absolutely out of the bag to take that lead, as is any team. Lando leaked his suit, did he? Yeah, okay, that was definitely deliberate. There was no chance that wouldn't be deliberate. Go, 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 go! Yeah, hopefully not long now. When will the engine go to at least V10? I don't think they will again. I think we're more at a stage where it's going to stay lower cylinders and, you know, more emphasis on electric and turbo, more hybrid technology. Hi, hello Alfred, how are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Who believes Lando should be king? I do. He's my king, what if they have an orange and white car? That'll be interesting, won't it? That'll be interesting. There's some McLaren waiting for Lando. Yeah, waiting. Yeah. Like I said, I would show his Twitch stream, but it's quite hard to have two things going at once. The Aston Martin is weird, but it's so sexy. It's amazing. I agree. Absolutely spot on. The Aston Martin just looks so good. Bit of Vodafone. Has Lewis quit? No, Lewis will be staying on. I think that's pretty much 100% now that Lewis will be staying on for this year. Unless the FIA come out with something really big, saying like, oh yeah, we're going to change absolutely nothing. Everything was fine and stuff. Apart from that, I think it's fine. I do think Lewis will be staying in the sport for now. At least this year. At very least this year. Going to start when Lando ends his stream on Twitch. That's good. I came here because the official vid has no chat. Have they not got a chat?
Are we in a cold, dark car park here?
Hello, Karen.
Ever let you down?
And Nat. How are they doing?
Occasion. There've been a few dodgy restaurants.
F1 car is so fancy.
Tonight,
it really is.
we've got a very special
Monaco
launch
Golf
that
livery,
I
fingers
figure
crossed.
We can have two very special chauffeurs taking
Wow.
us to said launch.
Oh, they're going to have the drivers. Here we
Here they are
go.
now.
Orange or blue?
Here's better anyway. Yeah, it's actually spot on. Here's much
Blue
better
it
than the
is.
official stream. We have vibes.
Good evening. Hello.
Lando.
Very schmancy. Thanks for the look.
Very nice car indeed.
Let's go. I really think McLaren could win it this season. I don't think they'll quite win it. I think they'll hopefully be a little bit better, but yeah, interesting to see. Yeah, no, McLaren are live now. Which this is them live. We are seeing the exact stream that they've got on theirs. Got Daniel as
How
well.
excited are you for this year?
It's a new opportunity for us. Like
Lando's
as
the best,
drivers,
yeah,
to
Dark
kind of show
Joe
our
winner.
skills because I think the driving styles are going to have to be a little bit different, and the way you have to drive the cars.
Captain Bastain saying hey. Hey, yeah.
It's a lot more of a.
Do you want me to go full screen, guys? Should I go full screen?
Early on with this new regulation.
I'll give it a go full screen.
New regulation.
Here we are in your second year.
Here we go.
I
We'll do
guess
this
you
again.
have packed an awful lot in that time, including a win for the team.
There we go.
That's what we do.
Ready to build on that then? Ready for 2022?
Tell Lando he's a king. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Lando
I'm
got off
looking
Twitch, I
forward to
think.
it.
Yeah, so here we go. We're
It's,
getting going. Honestly, when
I
Lewis
think
posted
February,
the I've been gone
there's
now
so
I'm
much
back.
talking about it, and it's like,
Feel like
yeah,
he's going to be
but I
Lewis
just
from
wanna get
2007 to
there and
2018.
When you see that
Hey, hello, Del J,
lake
how you
in the
doing?
building, it's pretty iconic in F1, isn't it?
It looks good.
Increase the volume, please.
When
Yeah, I
you get
can
to
do.
come around here
Can
every
do.
night, or you get to go inside and see
I need to keep playing with these
See the
audio levels a little
boulevards,
bit
all
because
the
I still want to be
then,
louder
then you get
than
a true taste
hits.
of what it's like.
It does look
But
pretty
also so you can hear it well.
As much as February's a grind
Hope that's a bit
for me,
better.
coming from Australia, it is pretty
White
good.
mode. Yeah, I know. I
like
prefer
white
white
mode at
mode.
the
I'm
moment.
not.
It
I'm
does
not
feel really
controversial.
good. Oh,
Not a fan
hello.
of dark mode. Don't cover Daniel's face. I can't actually
Well,
see
listen,
what I'm
I'm
covering. I
excited
don't
to
know.
go have a look at his McLaren's new car this evening anyway,
I
so
can tell you.
thanks for the lift.
Now you need to go and get scrubbed
White
up
background
because
going
we've
down
got a very
well.
special launch.
I do.
See you shortly. See, I told you I wouldn't disappoint. Great to hitch a lift to such an iconic building and brand as this. And of course, it's not just home to Formula One. We also see these incredible supercars like the Artura.
Do you think Daniel
But with
has the
all the
speed to race with
regulation
Lando or
changes this
actually
year,
help
I think
Lando
everyone's
be the
excited
lead
to
driver
see
this
what the
year?
2022
That's a
F1
big
car's
question,
gonna
isn't
look
it?
like.
They absolutely
Big question.
are. And tonight is very special indeed because it's a
Matte
launch
Black
for the
everywhere.
whole McLaren racing family. Not just the MCL 36, the Formula One car, but the cars competing in IndyCar for Arrow McLaren
Extreme
SP,
and the
in
Shadow car.
Extreme with MX, and esports with McLaren Shadow. So, should we get the show on the road?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Not too long now. Not too long at all. We're getting 4 cars revealed today. McLaren going Yeah, we could host 4 events. Or... Because this is what they released a little bit earlier on today, or yesterday. They released this little bit of footage, so this is nothing new. So I'll head back to chat quickly. MCL36, yeah, absolutely. Whitey looks scared of her. She's lovely. Met her in the paddock in the British Grand Prix. I'll be heading to the stream. See you soon. Yeah, see you, Sohan. See you. Yeah, I'll be analysing the car and stuff afterwards. So yeah, we are adding stuff to it. Still watching the stream. Don't remind me of that. The audio's too soft, I can turn myself up a bit.
Oh, this is tragedy.
Is that better?
Started on the front row. Picks up another podium.
There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better.
It's McLaren and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix. Lando Norris comes
I'm
on to make it
slightly conscious about some of this being copyright strikes. If I do keep like butting in, that's probably the main reason. Is if I think it's FOM content and I talk, it's less likely to get copyright strikes. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Well, what an incredible year it was, and fantastic to look ahead to 2022. And we're back live at the MTC. Come on, guys!
Hey.
For the first time in a couple of years, we are delighted to be joined by some lucky McLaren fans and Sky competition winners, all wearing their beautiful papaya masks. Well done, you.
I wasn't
Great to have you
invited.
with us tonight.
Well, 2022, of course,
Need more
is a
subs
whole
for that.
new chapter for McLaren with their first foray into a new series for them, Extreme E, an off-road
Yeah,
championship.
it looks
And
live,
that
doesn't it? I
is
think
gonna
that's live.
help the
It's
team
also dark outside. so-
accelerate both their sustainability and diversity programs.
Fantastic stuff, yes, because for the first time in history, McLaren welcomes a female driver. Give it up for the girls, come on. New Zealander Emma Gilmore, who will take the wheel of the MX car alongside American Tanner Faust. And before we unveil the livery that this incredible vehicle will be racing in 2022, our fellow Sky presenter David Garrido caught up with the McLaren Extreme E team to get the lowdown before the season starts in Saudi Arabia. in
Yeah,
just
one
a
day,
couple
one
of
day.
weeks' time.
McLaren, if you want to hit me up,
McLaren are
you know,
no strangers to breaking new grounds,
Please.
not just Formula One, of course, but think Can-Am, Indy 500, IndyCar, and now a first ever entry into electric motorsport with Extreme E.
I think they're going to announce Formula E at some point. I do think I can see McLaren coming into Formula
and
E.
sisters, Lena and Tina Gay. Great to have you with us. We're going to start off actually by looking back at COP26. McLaren revealed a one-off livery.
Yeah.
And Emma, you were announced as the team's
I remember
female
this, actually. I
driver,
remember
but
seeing this.
Not only that, you were also rubbing shoulders with royalty, with His Royal Highness the Prince
Yeah,
of
it was
Wales there
one
to
of the
help you make
weirdest
the
pictures,
announcement. So
press releases I've ever
it must have been
seen.
a bit of a pinch myself moment for you. And I know that Emma and Lena, you were involved. So what was that like? Emma, you first.
Totally surreal to, you always look at the royal family on TV and then to be actually meeting him, His Royal Highness. It was amazing. I got opportunity to do a curtsy, which I never thought
It's
I'd have
almost
that
as cool as
opportunity.
meeting
So
me in
yeah,
real
it was all
life,
amazing.
some say.
It was really surreal. I didn't think I was going to be doing that morning. When he did
That
arrive,
livery's good. It was. I loved that
just
when I saw it. I hope they
really
do
cool. And he knew
take
so
some
much
inspiration
about
off of it, because
engineering
I
and,
really loved that livery.
the car. He was asking tons of questions. He knew about my sister and the background of my family. I thought it was great.
So cool.
Yeah.
Emma, what's it like to be McLaren's first ever female
They
driver?
should enter Formula E. I think they will.
I mean, that's
think
a
they will.
pitch me moment. I still get goosebumps being here, being part of the McLaren story, coming from New Zealand and Bruce McLaren, starting the McLaren story. It's kind of
I like
full circle
Formula E
to
in
be
a
a
sort of
female and the
chaotic,
first female for McLaren. So yeah, very, very
terrifying
honoured.
series.
What about the Odyssey 21 though, Tanner? What's it like to drive? How does it compare to what you've driven before in rallycross?
Compared to a rallycross car, it's quite a big machine, but being electric, it's instant torque. The response is very, very quick. It's very fast, 550 horsepower essentially, and it has a huge amount of suspension travel. So it's like driving a really fast
Just got here for the
marshmallow
live. Have they
over
showed the F1
amazing
car? No, not yet.
terrain.
Not too far off though. Not too long.
Seems about right? No, it's
Guy
really
probably told
a fun car to
MI6
drive.
to
I think it's going to be a
research
great race machine.
Tina, you're one of a select few who will be keeping this car
extremely
in
better
mint
than
condition,
Formula
I'm
E.
sure. What are the
Yeah,
challenges?
probably,
What have you learned?
I enjoy both.
So
though,
we
both
had
good.
two full days of testing and then a quick shakedown, and we had a chance to run through a few of the setup changes.
I believe they're thinking about entering Formula E sometime in the future. Yeah, they are. I think the story is at some point early this year they're going to announce Formula E or WEC,
so they both
one
want
of the
something
two.
slightly different from the car.
I want
and of course
both.
the way to get the speed out of the car and to achieve the best performance is going to be giving them both a car that they can work with.
And Lena, extremely, of course.
What's it like in Britain? I heard it's raining all day. It doesn't rain all day, just most days.
Your role
it's not that bad. It's not bad. We haven't had rain for a while, to be fair.
Science, technology, engineering, and maths. How important is that for you?
I think it's incredibly important having role models and having people who are visible for young girls and young people in general to see that.
Okay, this is a pretty big point. So why are women in F1 divided from the men?
In addition to that,
so the key thing there is the thing we've got W Series. This is a really important issue going on in motorsport, and has been for a long time. Basically, the female drivers do struggle picking up sponsorship and sort of progressing through the ranks as easily as the guys because there's just so many more of them. So W Series exists as a thing. Some could say, yeah, it's segregation, and to an extent it sort of is, but it gives those women a platform to try to launch their career. So Jamie Chadwick, it did give her a chance to race for Prema, but she didn't perform great. So you could have an argument about the actual talent of the grid, but it gives them a chance to try and progress if you get a female driver who is good enough.
And carrying scientists around the globe to do environmental studies in regions that maybe don't have the technology or the scientists to do those studies themselves, get testing on the ocean along the way on the ship. It's an amazing thing that I think will help make motorsport a more responsible thing for companies and manufacturers to be involved in, and hopefully will give us, a place where we can play with machines and
a lot of hate from Formula E does come from the electric engine, and it does. It really does. I stand by if Formula E was a
save the planet
internal combustion series.
What are you planning to do?
It would be really popular because the racing's brilliant. The racing is great.
I'm planning to ride my bike to the event in Sardinia.
Whoa! I mean, what is that like as a ride?
So there's a 10-hour boat in the middle, so that's quite nice.
Handy.
So there's potentially an overnight stop there, but it's a nice ride. So you have to go over the spine of the mountains of Italy first, down to the port. Then from the port, it's the boat, and then all the way from the north of the island down to the south. In total, it's going to be about 3 days of cycling and about 120 kilometres a day. So not crazy,
easy.
But quite a lot, quite hilly.
Easy, guys.
Emma, you've driven Sardinia before. You actually have a unique position here in that you are more experienced than Tanner at Extreme E. So how is that working as a driver pairing? What are you sharing?
Yeah, I think I can, show some insight into what it's been like racing in Extreme E. I think, before I took part in the series, you watch it on TV and you think, yeah, that looks okay. It doesn't look, I can give that a go. And then when you're actually taking part, it's, a lot more difficult than as it looks from sitting on the couch. So it's been really valuable being able to share that knowledge with Tanner and, working together as a team and through that testing that we did
Caitlin
together.
Jenner entering, I was so confused by that, but it makes sense.
Working things out and how we're going to attack
when
the season.
she was Bruce, had a
really unique opportunity actually to get involved in a series with somebody who literally has hands-on experience.
Seems really odd, but
in that, and I think with the engineering with McLaren, Emma's experience, I mean, we have as good a chance to hit the ground running
did have some
as any
involvement in
team
motorsport,
possibly
so
could.
it seems like a shock, but it probably isn't a massive
one. And good luck for the season ahead, your debut season in Extreme E. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute blast. And in fact, it is almost upon us because the 2022 campaign starts off with the Desert X Prix in Saudi Arabia on February the 19th and 20th.
Wow.
Well, we can't wait to see the Extreme E car hit the desert in Saudi Arabia in just a couple of weeks' time. And we're delighted to say we have the XE drivers, Emma and Tanner, here with us in the studio.
So, Keegan, we were talking about McLaren entering Formula E, and that has developed into
stay tuned, because we'll reveal the new livery. It'll be racing a little later on in the show.
Indeed, but now it's time to cross across the pond to our American
Charlotte leaving. Oh, here we go. We've got a bit of IndyCar stuff.
McLaren SP.
I really want to properly get into IndyCar this year as well, because I've watched IndyCar races. I watched most of them, but I'm not properly into
it. A majority stake in the team.
Which is a great thing, and the team had a very strong season, of course, in 2021 with 2 wins for Pato Award and some great drives from Felix Rosenquist. So let's head over then to Indianapolis, where Katie Kyle is with Pato, Felix and team president Taylor Kyle to look ahead at another exciting season with Arrow McLaren SP.
22-year-old Pato O'Ward. The future of IndyCar right here. Pato O'Ward, Mr. Energy, Mr. Fasthead. Oh boy, O'Ward! Pato O'Ward is an IndyCar winner! Felix Rosenqvist in the Arrow McLaren SP. Rosenqvist goes to the top. Rosenqvist does on Pagano. Turn 8, great move. Pato O'Ward
I can't see you
leads
start
this
loud
race.
with V6
For the
turbos.
first time.
Yeah.
This is for the win.
Could turn the stream down.
This kid is going to be around for a
There's no way this light shows compete with Aston Martin. Yeah, that Aston Martin, great.
Welcome
that was brilliant.
inside
That
Aero
was good,
McLaren
good.
SP here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Katie Kyle, joined by Pato O'Ward, Felix Rosenqvist, and team president Taylor Kyle. Guys, we're just a few weeks away from the 2022 season.
We are. We're excited. We had a great 2021 together, and we're just really looking forward to seeing what this year has in store for us. You know, I'd be lying if I said that the goals weren't to you know, make that championship happen, have another go at the 500. We were really close last year, so we've set the bar high. I mean, there's no other way to put it. So I think we just need to really focus on what our strengths are and keeping those, and then just making our weaknesses better. And I think that's just you know, put us in a better position to fight at the end of it.
I'm excited. I think there's a lot of new things coming along with the team, and
why they not show F1? Not yet, Zach.
Craig, and we have the whole
few more
partnership
minutes.
With McLaren.
You expecting Pato in F1? Oh, that's a brilliant question, because I really don't know where Pato's career is going. I'd like to see him in F1 because I really do want to see if he'll be fast enough. I'm really curious about that.
I think quite a bit. You know,
I love to see it.
Foundationally, we're a very strong organization.
I like that Tiger,
what this has allowed us to do is
full
tap into
full
the,
orange
tremendous amount of
IndyCar livery.
resource
Yeah, that was nice.
and expertise, but more importantly, a lot of really smart.
I went to you get to see Pato 20 minutes from your house. That's cool.
individuals.
That's cool.
This team is packed with talent. McLaren Racing, across all of its organizations, is fantastic. So to be partnered with that, to be able to tap into that, it's invaluable. And I think, you know, ultimately it gives us a resource that nobody else in the IndyCar paddock has. So that's a great advantage to us.
When you start talking to race car drivers about speed,
yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Pato can do in his
career.
career.
It
really will be.
At Texas and Indianapolis this year. What did you like about that car?
I thought the super speedways were very me together.
Why don't F1 use a closed canopy like the IndyCars? Well, there was debate about them doing it, but I think there was a bit more issues setting up it distorted the vision a bit. Drivers, drivers weren't a big fan of it as well.
As well last year, so I think this year having
I spotted a wild Lando.
And with a team, I think we can do some real damage on the ovals for sure.
Speaking of the Indianapolis 500, Juan Montoya is back, two-time Indianapolis 500 champion. The band's back together. What do you like about racing with Juan?
He's just a fun guy to have around. He's a huge character in every way, racing, outside of racing, just as a person. He's just very genuine, very direct, and it's just a lot of fun. We really enjoyed
the new calling as well,
in the team in the month of May last year.
Yeah.
Taylor, the team has some incredible partners.
F1 on super speed race, that would be. I really want to see it, but it would be absolutely chaotic.
Partners. How important is that in today's motorsports?
Well, it's incredible, and anytime you're
is camera reversing my image? Yes, it is. That's why that's why up there is backwards. It's because normally I don't have any text behind me, because I normally don't stream here. I normally stream it where I've actually got a setup. But I'm back at home at the moment, so I've got
a little extra 10th on track as your fan base.
And I don't want to change everything just for when I'm here.
I love hearing the chants from the stands every time I'm on pit lane.
It's awesome. It's been really cool, and I've really
USGP 2005. Yeah, we did.
Messages and just people that are watching the races, and it's really cool. It's really cool to see all the 5 shirts out there. At the end of the season last year, I saw a lot of support, and that's all you can ask for whenever you're fighting for a championship, and you know.
Thought my eyes are going no.
The best. So it's it's been
IndyCar
really
went with the screen because they have to see around bank corner. Oh, that's a good point as well. Yeah, banked ovals. Yeah. The central Halo seemed to
is keeping
that's a great point. That's a great point.
The exact same.
The flow.
Yeah, the flow is good. It's good. Looking good.
You like it?
I do.
You like it? Yeah. I just think it was
McLaren top 4 this year. I think so. They should get top 4. They should. Hopefully they're going to still be top 4, but a little bit more competitive as well, and have the chance for more podiums and more race wins. Because I'm hoping we're going to get a really competitive top 5 of Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Alpine, maybe Aston Martin as well potentially, but I don't think that's too likely this year. Maybe next year, and then hopefully McLaren as well.
Have just a 4-month-old baby. How did these guys prepare you for a baby?
Did we help train you?
I think probably a little bit. You know, last night I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning with a screaming baby. It reminded me a lot of some of our races this year.
Oh, good one.
I have watched this team grow from what was Sam Schmidt Motorsports, now Aero McLaren SP. And Taylor, you started at this team when it was just Sam Schmidt Motorsports. How rewarding has this whole process been now to be a championship contender on both levels?
Well, it's been awesome, because that's what you think about. That's what you desire when you come to work.
How long is this show going to be?
Wants to race to win. You know, I've seen.
I love that hint of blue on the legs.
Yeah. From a small team that
McLaren going to be close to Aston Martin livery rate? Potentially, yeah, hopefully. I think you've seen it, haven't you, Desislav? I think you're one of the ones who've seen it.
It's been a lot of hard work by a lot of people.
Pato, genuine guy. Yeah, he does seem good. I do like it.
Continue to work hard and see where the chips fall.
Yeah, no, absolutely straight. So I'm going to make sure there's nothing going on here now. Answer that.
Such an exciting season ahead, and they've got the chance to really build on some great results from 2021. Now, we are getting closer to the moment that you've all been waiting for.
So
the
Shadow
reveal
next time, imagine.
of the McLaren MCL 36. Lando and Daniel haven't yet got behind the wheel of the car on track, but they have, of course, driven it in the simulator.
Well, not only is the simulator a great tool and hugely important tool for car development, but the drivers themselves, well, I think you've all seen Lando on Twitch, I guess, at home. You know, they all use it to hone their
never heard
skills.
him.
And unquestionably, it's a great way for the fans to get involved and really develop their racecraft against millions of other gamer racers around the planet. The pandemic has probably helped the growth of esports because people are bored at home and playing. Well, certainly I was. And, you know, I think there's been a massive growth in the esports world in recent times, and the lines between esports drivers and racing drivers are getting...
Yeah, apparently Alpine and Williams will switch up the liveries quite a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
A long-standing pioneer in the gaming world with its own esports academy. Given the importance of grassroots talent in motorsports and the influence of simulator feedback, as you say, in performance, McLaren has recently unveiled a state-of-the-art McLaren Shadow studio right here at MTC, and we sent crew.
Yeah, Williams have different sponsors every year. They do. 5 Red Bull, 4 Alpine, 3
We're here at the incredible
Aston?
McLaren Shadow Studio at the MTC.
Oh, 3 and
I'm
2 Ferrari
very lucky to be
McLaren.
joined by Ben Daly, the ambassador. And of course,
hey,
Josh,
Ben.
you're going to be racing for the team
Josh as
this
well.
year, having graduated. First of all, guys, what does it mean to you to have the studio here at the MTC?
To me, it means that McLaren Racing take esports very seriously and they see the benefits of it. It's great to have a home within the McLaren Shadow Studio.
It's just a really cool place to hang out and make content. We've got the F1 rigs, we've got Rocket League going on in the background, gaming stuff, so it's a great place to just chill out.
Well, I think it's time for us to have a little go, isn't it?
Yeah,
we climb in.
Let's do it.
So right, this is more. This is all like shadow stuff. So I'm assuming people could be a little bit less interested in this part. We're going to keep it going still. But there's a couple of questions that I saw in the chat that I do want to cover as well. So guys and girls, 272 watching, give this dude a like. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tal. It means a lot. Is this live now? I go from there. Now I get why Lando said on his Twitch that he didn't start till 7:30. Yep, that makes sense. What do you think about the Extreme E livery on the F1 car? That'd be quite cool. I like that livery. But right, there was a question. Since this new regulation season, what stops the likes of Alpine or Aston to just come up with something new and just have the best car? Nothing. They absolutely could, and that's the magic of it. We're just leaning towards the what's more likely. The teams with more money, more funding, and better staff are more likely to make a better car. But there's nothing to stop them at all. So yeah, that's interesting. So look out for. Anyone could win, apart from Alfa or Williams or Haas or AlphaTauri. Apart from them, everyone.
Basically, what we're doing, to be honest, and hopefully we'll be able to get the esports guys in and train them up and be competitive again this year.
Right, guys, enough of playtime.
Where's the car? Are they going to unveil Michael Massey as race director for 2022? I think, well, for what it's worth, I do think Michael Massey will be staying on by the looks of it so far. But I think they'll be switching to maybe swapping in and out between race directors each race.
No doubt. Now, we're getting
or splitting jobs.
To the big reveal of what the MCL 36 look like alongside the IndyCar, Extreme E and Shadow teams from the McLaren racing family.
But before we do, I don't think any, especially these fans here, will forget the incredible moment from Monza. The teams 1-2 the first time.
The only team to get a 1-2 last year. Only team.
I mean, it was magnificent, wasn't it?
A great day for everyone at McLaren, of course, but this year will be an even bigger challenge. We've got new sporting regs, new technical regs. We're going to see what the new car looks like in a little bit. And it's going to create more exciting racing. And
Massey can stay, just not for the final race. I love that idea.
The two drivers who are going to be driving that MCL36. Let's give it up then for Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo.
Lando. Ooh, I like that. I like that. A bit of blue on it as well. Here we go. I like this. I like this.
How was the winter? Lando, great tan. And you, actually.
Thanks.
Both been in sunny climes, haven't you? What have you been up to?
A bit of everything. Just enjoying some time away from here.
Blacks, I love that. That looks really good.
Yeah, away from the racetrack, you know, taking some time away with my friends and so on. Eating a bit of food and then getting back to training and making sure I'm...
Bit of golf?
Did you see that? There was a bit of golf blue in there, in that little graphic. See when they put it up for Daniel, just a hint of it.
Seeing the family, that must have been great. That's got to help your prep for 2022, isn't it?
Yeah, 2017 McLaren vibes. Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Number font was better before. I don't know. I quite like this one. I see it again a little bit, but from what I saw of it, it was quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, getting home in general is nice, but obviously just.
Oh yeah, the font's not going down well. Watching it in school. Oh, well done. Well done.
For a few weeks felt really good.
Food
I respect
for
that.
Soul. And Lando coming into your 4th season with the team. A new contract. Come on, guys, new contract. That is good news. How good is that for your mindset going into the season?
It's, I think, probably the best way to start this
Okay, tell me, yeah, I can a little bit.
Confidence.
I don't want to make it too loud. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So I turned it down a little bit before I turned it
back the other way. So, really good, you know, to continue the journey we've been on so far. Of course, we wanted to keep making progress, and we know
maybe top one.
Our goals, especially in like 24, 25, is to really try and reach the top. So, nice to be here till then and continue our journey we've been on together.
Great stuff.
Well, Danny, second year of McLaren. What's that going to do in terms of prep? You know the people, you know the way you're going to head into the season a bit better than before?
Yeah.
That's going to help, isn't it? A bit more than that?
Basically saying, come on, mate, pull your finger out.
Come on, you won a race last year, so 2, 3?
Yeah, that would be nice.
5?
But it must feel different.
5, that's optimistic. I'll take it. I'll take it. But
it's don't get me wrong, it's obviously very exciting joining a new team, but it's also kind of overwhelming. There's a lot to do in such a short period of time, so I'm kind of glad that
yeah, Lando did do an extension. I think his contract original one was 2023, wasn't it? I think he's extended it by 2 years to 25.
Even like first day on the simulator, it was like open the doors, walk in, and it's like, all right, guys, where are we at? Let's get into it.
Suit is bland. It is a little bit, but I think it's clean. I quite like it. I quite like it.
Flow a lot easier this year, and I'm not saying things are going to come easy, but it'll be more efficient.
Well, it's your 12th year in Formula One. You've seen a few rule changes now. 14.
Daniel did his squats this summer. I'm not looking.
This guy's here just basically saying I'm 50 years old.
Oh, yeah, basically. But with the new cars and new rules coming in, do you think
thoughts on the racing? I quite like them. They're all right. I quite like them. It's clean. I like it.
Going to help you to get used to the new cars.
I like that font. I like it.
I hope so. Like, experience is, it can't be bought, and I think throughout moments, through the season,
I've done that already. I did that in the
Red
Bull stream.
Trying to adapt to the new car or later, I think it will pay off at some point, and there will be little things I can take from experience. So, yeah, I think learning the new car, especially testing, is so important for us, and trying to just, there could be things that I've learned over the years which might just help me just be one step ahead. In certain moments, occasions. So,
the orange seems a bit dull. Yeah, the orange is a little bit more.
I'll use the experience, but I'm still a young soul.
Well, a little bit more subdued than the others.
I'll keep that in me as well.
Well, talking of experience, Lando, to get those 4 podiums and your first pole position last year, you must be able to sort of leverage that and take that momentum into 2022. How excited are you to build on that?
I mean, I would like to. That's the aim, is to start off the season how we did. I wouldn't say end the season because that wasn't so good. But how we were in the beginning of last year.
Was that 3 punctures in 4 races, I think, at the end of the year?
I think
so
many other
unlucky.
areas have improved for sure. It's just we have to wait and see where we're gonna be. So we're working hard, but there's a lot of unknowns. So time will tell.
That's what's exciting, though, right? For us lot, anyway. Maybe not for you so much.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it's more stressful for them.
Yeah, I think maybe the orange tone was maybe a bit better last year.
Is there one area
I do like it. It's still nice.
You need to focus on for.
I think it would contrast quite a lot with the black if they used a brighter colour though.
The downforce is produced in a different way. Is there an area you think you need to focus on?
I mean, with the new cars, I think it's going to be very much about kind of just being open-minded with. I'm sure some things will be expected in terms of if we approach a corner like this, then the car's going to do that. But then other times it might not behave that way. So it's about trying to understand, okay, what do I need to do to get this car in a place where it's happy? So the long and short of it is just to drive, I think, at least in testing with a very open mind and kind of do what you know, but be very experimental as well to see what the car likes. And then, I mean, for me, as the season goes on or kind of looking at the season ahead, it's just to be
excited to see my reaction to livery. Yeah, I am as well. I had the Aston one leaked, I had the Red Bull one leaked. I haven't looked at the leak of this one yet. I don't want it. I don't want to see it.
How's prep going? What do you think of driving the new car in the sim? And how different is it?
I mean, it is very different. It's obviously like we started driving it already last year, and we have the sim drivers as well who are always trying to develop it as well. But it's changing every time we go back in it, because there's constant evolution, there's constant upgrades getting brought to the car. But it's getting better. Of course, it's like rough when you start because there's so many things to do to it. But it's nice to see the progress from where we were last year to where we are now.
Not long now.
Hopefully trying to continue that. But the simulator, what we have at the moment, is just our best guess of what it's going to be like. And until we get actually in the car itself, we're not going to know what it's truly like. So it's a good start for sure, and we're working as hard as possible to make it better.
Okay, one of our audience members, Megan, would like to put a question to both of you. Megan, where are you? There she is. Great colour coordination, by the way, with the set. You look fantastic. Very good. And Megan's question is, which race are you both looking forward to most this season?
I'm going to be greedy and take a few. But
Miami will be
Melbourne, one. The home race, and it's, not only because it's the home race, but, there's track changes. The layout's going to be different, so just excited to also go to like a new Melbourne. And then I know he's probably going to say Miami, so that's one as well I think we're both looking forward to.
Is that more about the after party then?
Time will tell.
I'm not excited for that one too much.
But there's many, like with 23 there's a lot to pick and choose from.
Keegan, it would probably be on Twitter somewhere if you follow the right people.
I mean, she only wanted one, but thanks for being generous. Lando.
I think Silverstone's the obvious one for me. The British fans, to see all of them again. But the main ones I look forward to are the ones we've just not been to for the last few years. Of course,
will they show the car?
But, going back
not
to
long
Japan,
now, probably a minute or two.
They're just cool countries to go to. And
they're just getting
interviews
out of the way. Make it more of an event.
Tracks as well. So those are on my agenda.
Great stuff. Thanks, guys. Right, I think it's about time.
Here we go. Here we go.
Do you think it's about time?
Yeah.
The moment we've all been waiting for, to see just what these former
I could be in this audience.
Are going to look like as they go racing in 2022. And reveal the McLaren MCL36 live right here in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, just so that you're aware, there will be flashing images. Let's unveil the cars.
Imagine Lewis saying looking forward to time. Right, I'm going to shut up now. Let's watch this. This is the bit that's the most likely to get copyright striked. So if I cover... That looks good. That looks good. I'm going to move myself again. Right, here we go, up here. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, that looks great. I like that. That's very different, isn't it? Very different. And another team going with the black floor as well. That's interesting.
Okay, gentlemen, can I
Everyone's doing
reaction?
that.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Lovely colours, pops a lot more, I think, than last season. Stands out a lot.
I like
shame
that.
It's number 3,
I like
where
that.
you'll be seeing now, because number 4 looks much better from this
Font's
side.
a bit small,
But,
I think. The number's a little bit small.
It does pop,
That'll be a bit
though.
annoying
I mean,
at the
there's
track,
no missing
but...
out on track, is there?
Yeah, it's
I'm a little bit annoyed by that much, but I quite like it. There's,
awesome, you know,
it's another team going for the black floor that's annoying me a little bit, but I love the actual top 3 quarters of it. It's great. I love it.
Primary purpose but what comes a close
Right,
second
here we go.
is looking
Let's
good.
get the poll going.
And
I
I'm
don't
very
think this will be
pleased that
Aston
before we've
Martin,
even
but
hit the
we'll
track,
have to
we
wait
look
and
good.
see.
So we've ticked a big box.
That's incredible to finally see it all built together, isn't it? Because you guys have seen it down in the race base, the mechanics putting all the bits and pieces together. It's quite special to see it complete here, isn't it?
I think it is, especially because, you know, this was meant to come out in, 2020 or something, so already seeing all the drawings and visions back then and seeing how it's all come together to put this together, and seeing all the engineers and mechanics making the parts and coming from like single bolts and whatever to put it all together.
There we go.
It's
Right, so the
pretty
poll's
cool.
out.
So always a pleasure to be part
Fake
of
floor,
it.
yeah, that doesn't look like
And
one
also
of the
great to
floors
see
that
the
all
other
the other
three
teams have
cars
gone for,
behind us,
actually.
the Arrow McLaren SP, MX and Shadow
Apart from the
cars,
number font is
all
sick.
looking
I like the
stunning.
number font, but I
And
think
a
the
little
number's
nod
too
to
small.
its green
A little bit too small.
credentials there
Right, we've got that
with
poll
the,
up, so everyone hit
blue
up
being
that
slightly
poll.
different
What are you
colours,
rating
lovely.
this car? 1 being bad,
Yes.
2 being okay, 3 being
But, I mean, the
woo,
livery
4
looks
being great.
fantastic, doesn't it? Across all the
I
cars.
doubt this one will beat
But
Aston Martin, but this
floral
could beat
papaya.
Red Bull. Could beat Red
There
Bull.
you go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but yeah, it does look fantastic.
Okay, thank you, chaps, for now.
Sorry, Karen.
I think we should have another round of applause for the car, for the drivers, for everyone. It's absolutely...
I like that. That's a good looking car. I'm a fan. The front wing looks really good. I'll say that.
2022 does bring with it a whole raft of changes to the regulations, which
This
has led
isn't
to
the race
the
car
design
proper.
of
Floor
this
looks weird.
incredible
Yeah, this
car
is going to be
that
quite
Lando
different.
and
We'll wait
Daniel
to
will
get
be
some digital
racing
releases
this
of it, and
season.
we'll do a little bit of
Now that we've
comparison,
seen
but
it in the
it will be
flesh,
different,
let's
obviously, in
go
Barcelona.
behind
All of
the
these will be
scenes
different in
with technical
Barcelona. It
director
just
James
gives us a
Key,
rough idea of the
operations
actual
director
philosophy
Piers
they're
Finn,
going for.
and racing director Andrea Stella to understand what it takes to design and
The
build
Shadow
a car
one looked
from
really
scratch.
good.
So we sent Karun in to find a little bit more about it.
The 2022 Formula One rules represents the biggest change to the chassis regulations in 40 years. And therefore I thought it would be a good idea to find 3 of the technical minds here at McLaren to try and talk me through some of the
I
challenges
like the Will
ahead.
Covers and livery in the back too.
James,
Yeah,
has there
look,
been any
I'm a fan
carryover
of
at
it.
all
I
from
do like it.
2021 into the new car?
Hopefully
Not
it's a
really,
quick
I mean,
car.
it's
Hopefully it's
a
quick.
blank sheet of
That's more
paper,
important.
And I think there are sort of some smaller areas under the skin where things like sort of certain aspects.
Shadow's
of
way
your
better. The
system
Shadow
design
one looked
or
really
hydraulics
good.
design,
That
sort
one
of
looked
thing,
great.
which can still package within the spaces we've got of the 22 car. But the vast majority of it is new. I think the only thing we've really been able to carry over is our knowledge of how to design a
Are
Formula
people
1 car.
interested in this part?
And the
A bit
methodologies
of, like,
and the sort of
give me a
the
yay
beliefs
or a
and what
nay.
makes a
People
quick
interested
car
in
and
this
what
part, I
doesn't.
can
It's always
cut off
complex
if
in
you
a
want.
winter build, and the culmination of the regulations and the quantity all coming together has made it a
Give me a bit of a
pretty
yay
tough
or
winter. But the guys
nay
and
on
girls
that
across the
front,
factory
and
have
we'll.
risen to the
I mean, yeah, this is
challenge.
interesting.
Let's
I'll
talk
watch
about
your
the
stuff back later.
process
But
of conceptualizing and
do whatever
designing
people rather.
the 2022
Nay.
cars, because obviously very different to recent
No.
years.
You've got to, from a conceptual point of view, try
Nay.
and meld
Okay, there's a lot
all
of nay,
the
lot of nay.
current knowledge and expertise you have.
If someone's
into
found a
something which
horse.
allows you
Oh no,
to,
we've got a yay. We have a
for
yay.
example,
Oh no,
join
more
these new
nays.
tyre
More. Okay,
characteristics
right.
To your aero characteristics, to your
We'll,
suspension characteristics.
we'll keep
and
that. I'll keep
a lot
the
of-
video going. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look if they've released anything. Let's have a look at McLaren, shall we? I think it's very simple. Yeah, I mean it is to an extent, but right, let's see. So let's get the angle, shall we? Oh, it's clever. Redirect us to the website. That works. That looks good though. I like that. That looks really good. And the colour on the wheel, on the actual wheel covers as well, are really nice. Shame they haven't gone for the top bit too much. It's a bit annoying. They've got a little hint of orange on there, but not too much at all. There's that Shadow car, yeah, looking really good. IndyCar looking great as well, must say. And Extreme E car, really like that. That's really good as well. So there we go. Sorry, what else have we got? So we want more angles here. Give us some more angles. So, okay, right. I'll go back here, right. Okay, so here we go. Here's some. From the front, nose part was good, but just side just looks okay. I like the side. I'm a big fan of this side. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That looks really good front on. I like that. That looks good. Yeah, they've not released too many pictures, which is a bit annoying. They haven't launched it with 4 angles already. Golf Azure on the back, non-aligned with their spoiler, hurts me physically. Why are you looking there? Is that on? Oh, is that bit? And then the actual writing's a bit off. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Got something about? Yeah, okay, so I read that one. That's cool. So right, how's it doing so far? We've got a lot for great, lot for free, lot for... So yeah, I think this should beat Red Bull. I think this might just so far, this poll's leaning more towards McLaren over Red Bull, but that could be pretty close. Could be pretty close indeed. Not really a fan of Golf Azure in general. Oh, right, okay, that's fair. Yeah, if you're not a massive fan of it anyway, you're not going to get too much out of this one. But there we go, let's have a quick look at some more. Hopefully it just release a couple more images for us, really. We can see some more angles, start to compare it a little bit. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no, this is just all the different cars. That looks really good. I love that. Shadow car looking great. But I like how the shade of orange more than papaya. Yeah, I think the shade of orange might work. It works better with the black, which is also what they've done on the race suit as well. So that makes sense. Aston Martin. So 1 Aston Martin, 2 Red Bull, 3 McLaren so far. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's get your rankings in. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. Haas doesn't even deserve a mention, apparently. But no, the Haas one has rated quite badly, the Haas one. That got a 1.63 out of 4 compared to the Aston Martin 3.45 out of 4. So, yeah, not great for Haas too much. What we got? Monaco Golf is one of the more pleasing to my. That was a beautiful car. Absolutely loved that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Haas is the same. It is, isn't it? It is basically exactly the same. Bit different, but I preferred last year's. I'm actually glad they changed livery, new regs, new livery. Yeah, I think all of the teams should be going for it. I do prefer that. 1 Aston, 2 McLaren, 3 Red Bull. Yeah, I think that's what I think that's what this poll might end up showing. So that'll be interesting. This is the best livery so far. Okay, so Mitzi, a massive fan of it. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing I love about liveries. There's no like objective best one. People like different things. I love that part of it. People just have different favourites. But yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? I quite like that. Right, let's try to get some comparison going of some sort here. So I've got that going on. So this front wing does be looking, it kind of do be looking a little bit chunkier than some of the others, that's for sure. Yeah, it's got less curve on it, definitely. So apparently the Ferrari and the Haas. So Haas are using a lot of components from Ferrari. So this could indicate that maybe Haas and Ferrari go for a slightly more aggressive curve on the wing like that, which I have seen a couple of people mention as well. So this actually so far does check out. The floor is completely hidden, basically. Yeah, okay, so we're not analysing the floor on this one at all, because that is not what we were expecting. Have we got the Red Bull? Yeah, so we've got the Red Bull here. That had a little bit of the floor. The Aston Martin on track today, obviously that had a floor. No surprise there. We've got 1 McLaren, 2 Aston, 3 Red Bull. Yeah, second. 1 Haas, 2 Haas, 3 Haas. I think he's a fan of the Haas. The blue is so lame, cheap imitation and pretentious. I don't think it's that bad. That's maybe a little bit harsh on it. Heresy maybe ice white instead of Golf Azure. I was gonna say that I think this livery could do with some white. I didn't want to say, I didn't know how well that would go, but I agree. I think it could. Short slope side pods, 1, 2, 3 lot. The air intake, vents in McLaren is so much better than Haas. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It looks a lot less. This looks more like the Aston Martin one that we saw, actually. So then you've got like the Red Bull here, massive, because that's the F1 mule car, the F1 model. So we've got squared off ones here as well. On the Aston Martin, they're quite similar. Obviously, they're the same engine, so they're going to need similar air intakes as well to keep that engine running, basically. We don't want it going pop halfway through. So sad expected much more. That's fair. So yeah, pull rod, it's a road to go. Yeah, it seems like more to... Actually, yeah, I didn't even look at that part. So yeah, going with that, yeah. That's interesting. So yeah, pull rod's the way to go. McLaren's picture is higher, and I think that's a reason for less aggressive wing than Haas. Yeah, I know, and I'm slightly hesitant about this. I want more photos. I don't trust this enough to do a proper... all of the other teams launch with their 4 separate pictures of each of the angles. I really would like that. Here we go, we've got side pick. So we can compare this one a lot better. Red Bull didn't do a side pick, so they were mean. How rude of them. We have a side pick of the Aston Martin. So there we go, we've got McLaren, Aston. Haas did a side pick. There we go. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So the front wing's looking slightly lower on the McLaren than it was on the Haas and the Aston Martin. So that could be quite interesting. It definitely looks like it is slightly lower. Obviously, this is a render, so it could be wrong completely. But that's just what we've got so far. Floor a lot more visible on this one compared to the other photo that they had, so that's interesting as well. What's a pull rod? Pull rod. Haha. So yeah, pull rod is when it's coming from the top of the tyre to the bottom. You've got one of the arms. You've got the two wishbones coming like that between the chassis and the tyres. You've got two sets like that, and then you've got a pull rod that's either going down from the top of the tyre to the side of the chassis, or you've got a push rod that's going from the bottom of the tyre up towards the top of the chassis. And for the last 20 years or so, well, since 2010 actually, we've seen a lot more of the push rod. But this year we're seeing a little bit more pull rod, which is interesting. But there's not a massive difference in performance. It's meant to be marginal, and maybe the only difference is going to be weight, which could maybe bring the front wing ride height a little bit lower, but we're talking very small margins here. What's my favourite? Yeah, that's a good question. My favourite so far, I think, I love this. I really do like this. The blue for me works. There's a little bit too much black on it though. And I've had that issue with most of the teams so far. Everyone's gone with the black floor. Because it's just so hard. You know, that bit's going to get chipped so much. They can't be bothered to repaint it every time. And that's fair. But yeah, I would say so far I'd rate it Aston Martin 1. Because I really love that car. McLaren 2, I'd go Red Bull 3, because it's still a clean livery, didn't change a lot, and I'd go Haas 4, I think. Haas 4. Out of the ones we've got so far. McLaren fan of principle, but we'll root for Aston Martin 2, sorry, but better livery. Yeah, I've got to go down that route. McLaren fan, but the Aston Martin is a little bit nicer, I can't lie. But the glow in the dark pick, though, yeah. Actually, oh, was that the... For which one, actually? For which one? I don't know if any of that site been released by any teams. I mean, this looks really good. Just the Aston Martin, little bit in neon green, works so well for me. I like that. But no, overall, this is really good. I'm a big fan of this. Plot twist: Mercedes keep the black livery and reveal the car in a black background. Good luck seeing the car. That's genius. That's very good. Aston, my favourite. Yeah, I think Aston Martin, definitely on the ratings that we've got so far, on the poll that we've got going in the chat as well. Aston Martin absolutely winning that one. But McLaren, I tell you what, they're not too far behind. They're not too far behind. I'll obviously add that to this page. At the end of this stream, I'll update all of that and get it all updated. So Omar just checked the live. Zach is going for a beard to rival. Oh, I've got to see this. Zach Brown with a beard. I thought I was John Favreau for a minute. Oh, okay. This is good. Okay, so Zach's going for the beard. Zach's going for the beard. I appreciate that. 120,000 people watching the McLaren launch. Fair play to them. They know how to market. That is by far, I think, the highest viewer count for any of them so far. Didn't now gotta go. Yeah, see ya. ma.le. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. John Favreau. I thought I was for a second. I was a split second there. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, just talk about the car a bit more. Yeah, I think it's... I wish I had black instead of blue, but that's my opinion. No, I think if you put the black on that blue, I do think it would look too black then. I think you're maybe going a little bit too much for the black. But obviously other people prefer it, that's completely fair. It was 270k plus. Was it? Wow. That is ridiculous. Fair play to them, fair play to them. The Lando Twitch draw is really working there. The reveal was boring, came for the F1 car, not the whole parade. Yeah, all the teams are doing it. You know, apart from Haas. I appreciate Haas actually just dropping it online and going off. I appreciate them for that. Best livery so far from Antonio, so he's a fan of it. What's your rating out of 10 for the MCL 36? I would give this car a solid 7. If I gave the Aston Martin a 9, I'd give this a solid 7. I'm a fan of it. I really like what they've done with the wheel covers as well. Solid 7. I think that's fair. And you guys seem to agree. We've got 50% going for the highest rating, so obviously you guys are a fan of it. I'll make the black stripe on the top, the blue white. On top of the blue white. Okay, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that would then clash with that too much, though. And I'm a fan of it. I think, honestly, the floor just needed a little bit of work on it. I'd have liked to see some colour going a little bit further down, especially if you've got the floor black. Then I think you can maybe go with a little bit more colour around here. But overall, it's quite nice. The blue is like the Golf blue. Yeah, exactly. The Golf blue. Is it me or the front wing is lifted a bit? Right, okay. So, obviously, you've destroyed on here. So, I think, actually, the McLaren have the lowest rise in the front wing out of all of the teams that we've seen so far. Shadow one seems better. Absolutely, I agree. Haas was clever. They know they didn't want to put the money or go in up against this, so might as well just tweet a pick and call it a day. Absolutely. Did a great job. So the Aston Martin front wing looks a lot higher. Actually, I think this is the best clip to show it. Here we go. So the Aston Martin, I think, has got the highest front wing that we've seen so far. McLaren seems to be the lowest. Red Bull we're going to ignore because they're using a mule car that will never. That car will never touch a track. So let's ignore that one. And Haas have really high. Something seems to be missing. Yeah, I agree. Aston Martin Twitter reply saying worst looking car. So next is AlphaTauri. What are you expecting? AlphaTauri will be interesting. I think it'll change slightly. They do seem to want to shake it up a little bit. And AlphaTauri / Toro Rosso do typically have one of the nicer liveries on the grid. I think they'll change it a bit, but it'll be interesting to see what they ultimately go with. Same story with Williams. I think Williams are going to change it up quite a lot. I'm really, really excited for the Williams car launch. That's going to look quite different, I think. Haas saving money like a college student, and I'm here for it. Absolutely. I honestly think Haas forgot to do their homework, and someone just told the designer that today is the due date. He just copied it. No, I know the designer off of Twitter for the Haas car. He's quite heavily restricted with what he could do, was the issue. Because of your Alkali sponsorship being quite a lot of money and quite a big part of the car. So if people just joining, I'll keep it up for the McLaren one. Can't believe Aston actually tweet reply that, lol. The high wing makes it weird though. I know it's for better ground effect and downforce. Yeah, I appreciate that, but you'll get used to it quite quickly. It's like when the Halo came in. I wasn't a fan of the Halo when it came in. I'm happy to say that, but it's proven to be a really good addition to the sport. And it works. It still works fairly well with the car now. You know, you get used to these sort of things. I thought it would take longer for me to get used to the wider rear wing as well. But actually, this just looks right already. It just looks right. So I think I've pretty much got used to that already. But yeah, the front wing. I think McLaren have the lowest front wing out of the four we've seen so far. Where's the McLaren? No, there it is. Too many tabs open. I hate these wheel covers so much. I like the wheel covers. I like that blue. I think that works quite well. I'm a fan of that. I really do like that. Haas designer be like, so where should I blend the Russian flag? Dmitry. Yes. Yeah. I saw someone make an edit of the Haas car as well in the Ukrainian colours, and that was spot on. Based Haas. I like the covers. I think they're nice. Yeah, Halo used to be so disturbing. And it is, you get used to these differences in the sport so quickly. Because it was the Halo, when it first came in, such big uproar from the fans, but nothing now. And we're all used to it. So, these changes happen. But honestly, I've got to say, the McLaren does have the lowest front wing so far. Lindley saying, I like they at least did something with the covers. And yeah, a lot of teams have shied away from doing that, so I'm pretty happy they have gone down this route. I do like that. Am I the only one who thinks the McLaren esports livery looks much better than the real one? No, Mustafa. I think a lot of us agreed there. I think a lot of us agree that the Shadow looks really good. I saw the Shadow cover and I went, wow! With the McLaren, it's like, ooh, that looks good. But the Shadow one is really nice. Really nice. Because they're less limited on sponsors with that one, so they have more leeway to just pump out whatever they want. While keeping it on brand. And it looked good. People going to pay more attention to Aston Martin's livery in the rain than the actual race. That thing is going to look so good in night races and the rain. That is going to look so good. Do you think it's a show car or a real car? Well, it's going to be a show car. All of the teams that are launching these cars, apart from Aston Martin pretty much so far, they've all mostly been show cars or something that's heavily diluted compared to what we're going to see in even Barcelona in just, 10 days' time now? I've got the cat. Yeah, 11 days' time. It's going to look so different. So, you know, I'm more looking at like the actual key philosophical, fundamental parts they've gone for here, rather than the real small specifics. I want a picture from behind. Hopefully, they've posted a picture from behind. That would be great. Any from... No from behind yet. Let's take a look at that rear wing. It seems to have a little bit more of a dip in it than the Aston Martin rear wing. A little bit more of a sag. Maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit. A little bit more. Not a lot, though. It's pretty marginal. And again, like I said yesterday in the video that I uploaded, so if you haven't watched that, do. That was comparing the Aston Martin and the Haas car to each other. But as I said in that, it's a lot of it's going to be, like, you know, this could be the lowest downforce wing they have. And let's say Aston are running the highest. So it's hard to tell because from track to track, rear wings look different. So it's hard to compare them at the moment. Probably the angle. Yeah, the angle as well. You agree, though, the floor is so low, but all the front wing is kind of lifted. Oh, it is. Yeah. No, you're spot on there. And it looks a bit odd, but I think we'll get used to it so quickly. Why is World War III trending? We're not going to war while I'm live on YouTube, are we? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Not today. Not today. Not today. At least wait to see if the McLaren's fast. Look at the wishbones. It's a lower wishbone strategy. Yeah, but again, I don't really want to analyse it too much because it's going to look so different. But no, you are right from the photo. You are right. I just don't want to overanalyze it too much. Obviously, look, we can take the key parts. So like the air intakes on the side pods, they're going to stay pretty much the same. There's not a lot secretive about those. And especially with the Mercedes engines, about half the grid knows what's going on there. So it's not a massive thing. Can you look at the top view? The car itself is much narrower than the front wing. Do we have a top view? I know we got a top view in the stream, so I might have to dig that out a little bit. Maybe if we can dig that out. It's sort of near the end, wasn't it? Well, oh, it's after this.
For now,
and
was there an above shot? Also being really careful not to get copyright strikes on this as well. How right school, make a video about it. Good to know. Yeah, I did. Yeah, made a video about it. It looks so good from the front door. McLaren from the top looks more like the Aston. That's interesting. Where's everyone getting this top angle? I really want the top angle. Because yeah, so actually, if we know it's more like the Aston, then we can do a bit of a comparison here. Where's my Aston Martin one? Might not have the Aston Martin one open. Here we go. Let's get the top angle from the Aston Martin and we can take a little bit more of a look at it, because this is really important. Especially if they've gone for very different looks here. Come on. Here we go. So if it looks more like this, so let's say when we compare it to the Haas from above. Oh, it's on Instagram, is it? Okay. So we've got that, and we've got that. So you can see there's a lot bigger bulge on the side pods for the Haas car. And that'll be interesting pre-season testing. That's one of the first things I'll definitely keep an eye out for when I do my limited coverage of pre-season testing. So subscribe if you haven't, because that'll be really interesting. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only person doing any form of stream for pre-season testing. Obviously, we won't have any footage at the track, but we're going to have everything coming from the media at the track, and hopefully some form of it's not live timings, but it's the live best time, so a bit of a timing tower as well, hopefully. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how that goes, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, because it's something you can hop in and out of as the day goes on. I'm not expecting you to watch 27 hours in total of me talking. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, I'm wondering if it has the ribs. I can't see it. Yeah, it didn't have like the gills that we saw, did it, as far as I'm aware? Yeah, it doesn't. So that's really interesting. Is that something they're hiding, or is it something they're not going to incorporate? Because I think what's gone on with the Aston Martin from above, these gills are meant to redirect the airflow that's coming through from the bottom to the rear wing to give a little bit more downforce there. That's what I believe the gills for. I said it might be for cooling, I was saying yesterday, and I think I was flat out wrong with that. As far as I'm aware, I think it might be for actually increased downforce on the rear end of the car, especially the rear wing. No, McLaren, no, this is not right. Yeah, I'm wondering if it has to be the ribs. Can't see him. The DRS will work. Look at the sight. Well, yeah, there's nothing as well. So if you've got more drag on the rear wing, the DRS is also going to be more efficient. So there you go. If you can have the same straight line speed with a little bit more downforce, go for it. But they're going to struggle to strike that balance. And it's interesting if any other team does go for this, or if Aston Martin are the only ones brave enough to show us it so far. Especially if it's something that's going to be quite different. Has it actually got the ribs on here? See, I can't actually see the ribs on that one. Or the gills. I don't know what we're going to refer them as. I'm going to go with gills. I think. Is it a show car on actual car, says Rook, which is a brilliant question. Don't know. So it's a physical model, so they've gone through all the effort of actually having a physical chassis that clearly isn't the Formula 1 model car that they've just repainted. So I imagine this is a real show car. It's not... look, every single team that launches a car during this whole launch period, it's going to be so different, even in Barcelona, in 11 days' time. The cars are going to look completely different. But clearly, McLaren have made this themselves, so it gives us a bit of an indication as to what their full car is going to look like when we get to the Bahrain test and Bahrain round 1 of the season. So the answer to your question is both. They're sort of cheating us out of some of the finer details, but fundamentally that's what the car's going to look like. As with every team. The gills work. I do like... Yeah, gills work, yeah. I think... we'll go gills. We'll go gills. Damn, is there any pic of the DRS so far? No, none of them with DRS open. Not a single picture so far of DRS flaps open. Chris Medland has the top angle. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. I'll bring it up. Oh, Chrissy boy. How are you doing, bud? There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so let's compare this with the other top angles we've got. Oh, they've painted this well. They make it look a lot slimmer than it actually is at back. It's a bit of a... oh, this is really... So it's not quite as tight a package, I don't think, as we saw with the Aston Martin. Where's the Aston Martin gone? Where's the Aston Martin gone? Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So it's not quite as tightly packaged by the looks of it, but a lot of that could be on the glossy finish. So it's hard to be 100% sure on that one. But I don't think it's as tightly packaged. Yeah, especially at that part. You haven't got the slight indent at the start, I don't think. No, less so. So that's interesting. If Aston Martin go for a more tightly packaged car, then that could indicate that the gills are actually for redirecting the air to the rear wing. I think that's a pretty good indicator that might be what they're going for. I mean, Aston Martin are damn brave, showing everyone they're quite confident. Yeah, they must be. And again, it's going to change. It's going to change. But no, they all seem pretty confident, Aston Martin. So they're either really confident that this car's rubbish and they want to encourage other teams to steal parts of it and go, well, hang on, this is worse than what we had before. Or they're just pretty happy with what they've got there. Obviously, they are still hiding elements of it. Like, there's no doubt about that at all. Hello, Pranal. How are you doing? Great to have you in the chat. I mean, Aston Martin, I've literally just read that one. I really appreciate your streams. They're great. Thank you so much, Ostrich Official. That means a lot. I really do like the kind messages. Puts a smile on my face. Mind Games, yeah, potentially. I believe I've heard Mercedes and Ferrari are going to show an actual car. I don't think... Well, I've heard Mercedes are just going to show the F1 model car like Red Bull have, but repainted. And I think from what we've seen from their spoilers so far, that is the route they're going down. Why is Ferrari overhyped this year? I don't think they are overhyped. This season also is so important for one man mostly, Mattia Binotto. He will lose his job if Ferrari do not improve. That's a fact. Ferrari heads have come out and said that. So a lot of pressure's on them this year. And look, they didn't develop their chassis much through last year at all, Ferrari. So I really do think they're going to be right up there. And you have to remember, Ferrari have had a couple of rough years, but over the history of the sport, they've always been at the top. They've never had like prolonged periods not there. They've put a lot of work. They deserve to be at the top, probably. And I think that's where they're going to go. I also realised I haven't had my webcam on at all for the last however long. I've been doing like, you know, all of this trying to explain it, visual aids and stuff, but no, none of that. In delivery is nicer than F1. I don't know. I think I preferred I think it goes Shadow, McLaren. I sort of liked all of them because the Extreme E one was pretty nice, but I think it's a bit more simple. I can't rate them. They're so different. It's so hard to sort of compare it. It's Ferrari's 75th anniversary, probably that's why. Well, yeah, no, I mean, it's important for Ferrari, the F1 75 or whatever it is, or SF 75, I think they're calling it. Actually, what are they? It's F1 75 or SF 75, one of the two. Might be F1, actually. Also, I don't know if you've seen or stream, but Merc showed a photo of what seems to be 2022 driver overalls on George. No, I don't think I have seen that one. Merc engines are going to beat the record of most wins this year. Yeah, no, that's pretty fair, actually. That could check out. 4 Elements is looking like the way. Or what, on the wing? Because I think most of... Well, yes, yeah. I think they're limited to 4, aren't they? 6 total, but 4 elements there. I think that's actually what they're restricted to. Only 4. SF. Oh, is it SF? I could have sworn it was F1. I don't know. I don't know. For pull rod versus push rod, check out Drive 61's video of leaked McLaren. Yeah, do that, actually. It's a really good video. I think I saw the Scarbs part of it. I think he posted it. It's on the Merc page and the overalls are black. Okay, so, oh yes, I saw people mentioning the black overalls, yeah. That'd be interesting. But they are going with silver. Oh, it's F1 75, is it? I like being right, I rarely do that. Actually, that's a lie, because I predicted that there would be BWT with Alpine and there would be pink on the car, because I thought it was officially announced, but turns out it wasn't. So I sort of spoiled that for anyone yesterday, but that news came out earlier today, that there's going to be some pink on that Alpine car, and BWT are the title sponsors. So I think that car's going to look really good. That's going to be really good. Definitely check in for the Alpine one. It would be cool if Ferrari livery was classic Ferrari livery from the 90s to 2000s. Yeah, I think they're going to go with a bit of white for the Santander? Yeah, Santander sponsorship. Along with some black, and then of course you're going to have a lot of red as well. So I'm really looking forward to that one. That should look good. It's Ferrari F1 certified. Okay, it's F1 certified, yeah. I like that. I guess there we go, this has ended. That's cool. What have we got? So McLaren are done for the day on that. Pink and blue going to go hard for Alpine. That should. I'm really excited for the Alpine. Absolutely tune in for that one. But yeah, as I say again, have I got the aerial or don't move away? Yeah, I moved away from that. Okay, so we go some more angles. Let's take a little look at what we've got so far. So a lot of the floor, I'm not trusting that floor in the slightest. Not at all. Yeah, not remotely. So here we go. So yeah, this is confirmation that McLaren are going for the pull rod. So pull rod, it looks like a V suspension. Rather than push rod, it looks like a TP hut. I didn't think that one through. So I think it's going to be too many colours, to be honest. Red, blue, black, and pink, and white. I mean, it could be a lot. The rear wing looks so odd too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's have a look at rear wing, actually. I think it does have more of a dip than we saw on the Aston Martin today. Where's that photo gone? Where has that photo gone? There's one. That's hard to tell, actually. I mean, this is all analysis I'm going to do quite a lot in Barcelona, and it's going to mean a lot more because it will be the actual cars. So I think maybe hold off on elements of this, I need to say to myself at the moment. No DRS. No, they haven't got the DRS set up either. I got the feeling the rear wings on these cars are similar to F1 2019 rear wings. The floor is missing. It is, isn't it? It's just like no floor. So yeah, I think they, for some strange reason, might be hiding that one. I can't imagine why. It's not like it's the most important part of the... Yeah, that might be it. But yeah, it's closer to the Red Bull rear wing. But the Red Bull rear wing is not actually there. So it's got more outward curve on it. But again, I don't trust this. I don't trust this too much. I mean, it's got a missing floor, so I don't trust this a lot. But yeah, that's all interesting, and I think we'll end off in just a couple of minutes' time, actually. How long have we been going? We'll go for over an hour and a half. See, I'm enjoying the McLaren stream so much. We'll go for another 10 minutes or so. So, any last questions you want to get in, absolutely do. We'll just, if you've noticed any differences in all of these photos, just absolutely hit them my way. We'll take a quick look at it. Ferrari is going to have a glossy finish because I hope it does. I really want that Ferrari to have a glossy finish. It will look really good. So yeah, fingers crossed on that one. Fingers crossed. But I'll leave it on the McLaren car for people who are just joining. Not too long left to go now, so you've joined a great time. Ferrari's going to have a glossy finish, yeah. So, like I say, any last things that you want to sort of chuck out there, just absolutely send it my way. Santander Ferrari in the past was glossy. Oh, okay, I see what you mean, yeah. I really hope we go to a glossy Ferrari. I would love that so much. When's the next livery reveal? 14th. Yes, it is AlphaTauri on the 14th. Have I scheduled that stream? I don't think I have yet. So I'll schedule that stream either tonight or tomorrow. It's on the 14th. And it's being released at a time. Actually, I think I haven't scheduled it because I'm not sure what time it's going to be released yet. Or that was... No, because I know the Williams is 1 o'clock UK time. It's 14th, but too busy day to check it. That's completely fair. I think the Ferrari might have a lot of black too. Yeah, hopefully it does. I think that could work. But I think... You see, I think Ferrari are being forced to accommodate some of the black because of the floor. So, a bit like what McLaren have maybe done here. Maybe it would have looked a little bit too weird to have colour going all down this bit. So I think Ferrari have just sort of gone, yeah, let's own it. No, I haven't scheduled the next one yet. Okay, I haven't, yeah. The Williams ones, I set that up last night, so I'll schedule that in like 2 days, I think. 2 or 3 days I'll schedule that one. Because I want to do a little bit of a test to see if how early you schedule it has an effect on its performance or anything like that. I'm you know, like I said, I've only been doing these streams for about 3 months. We started right at the end of last season, and that's why the growth has been just absolutely mental. And we've got a full year coming with some really exciting content. I'm going to tease that announcement again. We have a very special show coming just before the season starts. So, trust me, you will not want to miss out on that one. It's the first sort of big project I'm doing in that sense, along with pre-season testing. I mean, I'm going to be streaming for 27 hours in 3 days. I know I've stressed that a lot, but that's because I think I'm slightly terrified of it. What have we got? No, you haven't seen it. Okay, I respect McLaren for being brave and bold with livery. Nothing similar to last year. No, not at all, and I do like it. It looks good. I am a fan of this. The gap at the end of the car from the engine top to the wing seems a lot bigger at the Aston Martin than the McLaren. So we're looking at the gap at the end of the car from the top of the engine. So you're looking about there-ish? Bigger at the Aston Martin than the McLaren. Engine top of the wing seems a lot bigger. Love that blue trim. Yeah, the blue trim's looking really good. And I like the blue rear wing as well. Petition to have the L-Plan livery on Alpine. Yeah, just have L-Plan on the back. It looks... I love that. I love the whole L-Plan and people getting behind it. It's great. I like McLaren front nose better than the Aston Martin. I really like the front nose on that. I think the Velo sponsorship works so well. The black and orange comparison or contrast, it looks so good. But yeah, there you go. I just love saying Mercedes should go full matte black and have just the drivers' helmets being purple red. Oh no, that would be... I respect it. That's a bold move, but I think that's a bit boring. We are seeing also the return to the silver Mercedes cars, so unfortunately that one won't happen. But I don't know. I want a bit more colour on it. I'm really excited for Mercedes because we're going to get a bit more lively Mercedes this year, I think. There is on the side view of Chris's Twitter. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. What bothers me a little, there's no consistency across the grid in terms of livery design. So McLaren looks really fresh and bright, totally different from Aston Martin. But yeah, I think that's the magic of it. They all stand out in their own way. The McLaren stands out more in the sense of, whoa, what's that coming towards me? And the Aston Martin's just, oh, that looks good. That's a good looking car. But yeah. It's funny how the Aston and McLaren have quite boxy front wing end plates, yet the F1 show car have more curved ones. Well, yeah, I mean, let's compare it to the Red Bull one, which hopefully is it's a lot more curved. Even the Haas one. I think the Haas one is more what Ferrari's going with because they're using a lot of components from them this year. So if we look at how curved that front wing is, it's massive compared to Chris. There we go. Compared to this. Especially that, I think it's this part that has a bit less of a curve compared to the... There's too many tabs compared to this. It definitely looks like this curves in a lot more on the Haas car than it does on the McLaren. There we go. I got the tabs right there. Took long enough. I believe AlphaTauri is 11 o'clock GMT on the 14th. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. I will have a check on that. I will try to find that somewhere. Oh, no, actually, hang on. Well, I'm going to check what time I scheduled that for. I can actually just check. You know, that works as well. Obviously, I haven't publicised the actual schedule yet, so I'll have a quick check on that one. So if I go live, AlphaTauri car launch 14th, and it doesn't say the time next to it. Thanks, YouTube, you're so useful. I scheduled it for 1 as a guess. I don't know if it is 11. I'll change that. Yeah, I think I guessed with that one. But yeah, thank you for that. I will I will go away and try to find like confirmation of that and stuff. But yeah, thank you a lot. McLaren fan, maybe Aston's livery is slightly better, but the McLaren geometry as it sits now anyway is much better in my opinion. That's fair. I've got to say I do prefer the Aston Martin livery. That thing looks so good. I'm a massive fan of that. But you know, every time I come back to this, I think I like it more. Like every time I see it, I do like it more. The teams have their engine provider after their team name, right? Like McLaren, Mercedes. So that would be AlphaTauri called Scuderia AlphaTauri Red Bull. No, because you don't have to have it afterwards. Just a lot of teams tend to. But no, I definitely never did. I'll just be the Scuderia AlphaTauri or just AlphaTauri, whatever. Remember when last year everyone was like, here comes the Mercedes. Oh wait, it's the Mercedes. No, it's AlphaTauri. Yes, because from the front they look so similar. And I tell you what, on TV a lot as well, the Aston Martin and the Mercedes looked almost identical at times. So I'm happy to see Mercedes switching more to the silver livery, because hopefully it's going to make it a lot easier to distinguish between the two. Deslava saying just the colours. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. I like the actual colour palette more of the Mercedes, of the McLaren, but the Aston Martin looks so good. It looks so good. So I'm going to quickly read out the poll results that we've got at the moment. So we've got 9% for bad, 17% for 2, 27% for 3, and 47% for 4. That's in case I accidentally forget to end the poll before I end this stream, which I did with the Red Bull. So I'm having to find the last time I updated on what the poll was so I can actually get their score. Need more glossy cars? Absolutely. I'm an advocate for glossy cars. We need as many glossy cars as we can. Hashtag justice for glossy cars. That's very important. You can tell I've been streaming a while. It depends on the contract each team has with the engine manufacturer. I.e. McLaren don't even have a Mercedes logo on any of their stuff. Yes, absolutely. Whereas with Red Bull, they did. I remember the Red Bull merchandise... the Renault merchandise, well, the McLaren merchandise, when they had the Renault engine, would say McLaren F1 team and then Renault logo underneath it. But we don't see that in a Mercedes at all, with the Mercedes engine at all, because it's more of a, it's not a collaboration effort. It is literally just buying the Mercedes engines off of Mercedes. Whereas with Renault, there's a little bit more cooperation, and it was a bit more part of it. We should protest a glossy car. We should protest for glossy cars. Spot on. We should. They need to bring back the silver arrows. They are. We are going to have a silver Mercedes, or 2 silver Mercedes on the grid this year, which is why I cannot wait for that stream in a week's time. Really excited for that one. It should look great. Really should. But I think we are just about done, aren't we? We've covered a lot. And this is rounding off 3 streams in a row. 3 days of streaming. I'll probably bring out some form of further comparison video if I see any interesting comparisons in the next couple of days. Because that first one that I did yesterday seemed to go down quite well between the Haas and the Aston Martin. So, you know, I'm more than happy to do one of those again as well. Random fact, there's a bit of McLaren in every F1 car. There is, isn't there? Which part is it? I heard this the other day as well. Another fun fact, on the skeleton in the Winter Olympics, McLaren used to design the Team GB boards that they went down on. There you go, there's a fun stat. But yeah, there we go. Give stream a like. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you so much. Yeah, means a lot. But yeah, as I say, 3 streams in 3 days. It's been really fun to talk to you all. And I'll be back in, another 3? We're back on the 14th for the AlphaTauri car launch, apparently at 11 AM, from what I've heard, but I'll double check that one and make sure it's all absolutely right. But sis guys, as ever, you've all been brilliant in the chat. I hope you all have a brilliant day as ever, and good weekend, because we'll see you back on Monday, nice and early. I'm sure of it. You don't have work or school. That's not important. McLaren Technologies make the ECU. Yes. Thanks for the streams. Love them. Thank you so much, Teslava. Like I say, means a lot. Really, really does. But until then, have a great weekend. And good night.